You're watching the Wellness Hour, news that makes you healthier. I'm Randy Alvarez. Today's topic, extreme smile makeovers with Dr. Shawn Keller. He says, your teeth are never too far gone, and your gums are never too bad to be able to have the smile you've always wanted, according to Dr. Keller. Dr. Keller, welcome to the program. Welcome back, I should say.
Oh, it's great to be here again.
Now, we've had you on the show talking about replacing missing teeth with dental implants, because I guess you have a big implant practice, but you have this concept where you do everything under one roof. For people that, and I know you brought a lot of photos, so I'm going to stop talking and let you get to those, but for people that don't know your practice, who's the typical patient that you see?
So our typical patient is somebody who's just had a lot of dental problems. They feel like things are breaking down everywhere. They don't like the way it looks. They don't like the way it feels, and they're just tired of dumping into their money for the single thing here and there that's just going to fail again. Things seem to be breaking and failing all the time. So a lot of people come to us for this implant procedure where we have all the teeth out and we can place just 4 implants and have your smile placed in the same day. We call it the same day new smile, a procedure that I invented. I'm also a lot of the people that come there, it's not appropriate. The teeth are savable. It's either been misdiagnosed or they just didn't know what was wrong. We call it the full mouth reconstruction, where we have the ability to do veneers or bridges on all the teeth. So basically, if your teeth are coming together in a way that it's damaging them, instead of hitting each other in the center of each tooth, they're kind of hitting on the edges, or maybe your jaw's in the wrong position, so you're grinding. We first look at that and try to get rid of this bite grinding problem, and we can place porcelain veneers on the teeth in a very short time. We have our own lab and our own milling machines, and we can do things that you won't even believe when you see these pictures.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so this picture right here, this is Ron. And yeah, there's the before and after in him. So here's the guy, Randy. He came into our office and he'd been complaining of the way his teeth looked and felt, and you can see they're falling apart. He's lost a couple of them, and the rest of them aren't doing so well. So if he went around to some of the leading places, they just kind of say, do that all on 4 procedure, where you take out all the teeth and you place the implants, and we do that too. But for him, it wasn't appropriate. It's expensive to lose teeth. To pull out all the teeth and place implants costs a lot of money. It's a lot to go through when you don't have to. So with him, we did a combination of procedures. First, we had to clean up the gums a little bit. We had to get rid of that bacterial infection. That's not good for you, if you've seen in the news, for a lot of reasons. That can cause problems. We did a few extractions. We had a couple bridges that needed to be cleaned up.
So you were able to save a bunch of teeth?
Yeah, we were able to save a bunch of teeth and attach the veneers to the rest, and we were able to give them that smile right there in a few short visits.
Nice. So that's what, a little bit of veneers, some dental implants?
Veneers, a couple implants, and some bite treatment to get his jaw in the right spot. One of the things that I really like this case is look at the way his face looks differently.
He looks younger.
He looks a lot younger, and he looks a lot thinner too. It's hard for me to know why he looks so much thinner. Part of it is he liked to smile so much, so he might have actually gone on a diet. But now he can actually chew those healthy, crisp, crunchy foods that you can't when your teeth are failing. On that before picture, you can only chew pasty, carb-laden foods. On the left, you can chew crisp, crunchy foods.
And these look natural. So those are veneers, but they look natural. They don't look like big and bulky.
Yeah. So we have our own lab, and we do our own porcelain veneers. We spend a lot of time, I'm the artist on them myself. We'll spend times staining and making them just look like they really blend with your face. Look at him. Look at his smile. Look how natural that looks.
It does look natural.
Yeah, I mean, look at that canine. Look at that pointy canine right there. That's youth right there.
So that's by design, to give him a pointy tooth?
Yeah, I mean, your teeth, if you remember the mask where he's like grinding and it's all flat right there, this is supposed to look much more natural. The canines are supposed to be a little pointy. There's a little step. There's openings between there. That's why you've seen these veneers that give that fake look. Like if you can tell and you look and you're like, oh, veneers.
Well, I feel like I can spot veneers walking down the street.
Yeah, so that means it probably wasn't done correctly if you can tell. It should look fresh and bright and healthy.
Okay.
And so that's what we're aiming to do here with this facial scanner and the digital design that we have. And we're able to do it fast and efficient, and it's built to last a lifetime. So let's go to the next one. This is Steve. And so he came to us, and basically he thought he was going to have all his teeth out, and he was going to be in dentures. And we looked in there, and there were a few that were unsavable. So first off, we start with the foundation. We cleaned up his gums, got rid of the infection, and took out the hopeless teeth. And he did get a couple of metal-free implants. And the rest of it we were able to do with porcelain work around there. So we figured out why he was losing his teeth, and part of it was once there's an infection in there, it tends to spread around and cause infection in other teeth too. So we had to get rid of that. But it was his bite. The way that the teeth came together his jaw was grinding around and destroying the teeth and any work that was done there. So we had to diagnose the bite problem, and we were able to give him a smile that's much more comfortable and fits together a lot better. And the work that there, now that it's hitting correctly, that's built to last a lifetime. I mean, look how bad it was before. Guys that have smiles like that, they don't smile. Their friends, their family, they don't see him smile at work. They look like they're grumpy. Look at him now. You can't stop him. You can't stop this guy from smiling. I mean,
you say people with bad teeth are discriminated against or judged. Elaborate on that.
I don't think people intentionally judge them, but I know that if I've got two people that I could hang out with, the one that's smiling and self-confident, you just want to be around them more. If somebody's not smiling, you don't necessarily think that they're grumpy or mean. You just think maybe they don't like you. And so people just want to be around people that seem happier and likable and they like you. I know that's the way I am. Another thing, in Hollywood, let's talk smiles. So if you want to make somebody look like a villain or look like the bad guy or make them look like they're poor, you make the teeth look dirtier, or you want to make somebody look dumb, you take a tooth out, or put a few spaces where they shouldn't be.
Yeah, we've all seen that. Okay.
Yeah, or the villain, like that's how you see your favorite actor, and now he's a bad guy in a movie, and they've messed his teeth up, and that's how you make somebody look evil or look like the villain. And the good guy and the hero, he's always got this healthy, clean-looking smile. It's kind of like when they say when you look at a horse to decide if it's a good horse, you look at the teeth and you judge the teeth on the horse. Hey, that horse is healthy. It's got good teeth. That's how we look at people. It's surprising how something as small as this area right here can tell you so much about somebody.
So a guy like this, when they see their face in the mirror for the first time.
I hate to admit I hate to bring up when a guy will actually have tears in his eyes, but it's common to have people tears of happiness when they see for the first time, and they know that their problems are over, and they know that it's going to be different from then on out. This is the first day of the rest of their lives.
Nice. Time for some more. Let's take a look.
Okay. Here's the next story. I love this smile. This is Jane. So she came to us, and she didn't like her teeth. Those teeth would not whiten anymore. White strips wouldn't work. No amount of whitening would work anymore, and they were short. So they had flattened. And so if you want to make somebody look older, flatten the teeth. That's how we make an aged smile, because teeth kind of get flatter as you grind around and you age. And so the opposite effect too, if you want to make somebody look younger, lengthen them a little bit and add some natural canines pointy, a little bit of roundness here and there, some openings. Let the light come through from behind to make a smile glow and make somebody look younger. So with the way her back teeth had broken down, there was no way to do that. If we made her teeth longer in the front, it would have created problems. So with full mouth reconstruction and using our training at LVI and neuromuscular dentistry, we were able to come up with a healthy bite position and take care of all the teeth problems in 2 visits. So she had a couple of spaces in the back where the teeth had kind of fallen in. So we did 2 ceramic holistic implants in the back and the bottom, and the rest was done with porcelain veneers. So we filled everything in, and she's got this young, beautiful looking smile. And now that it's supported properly in the back, it's built to last a lifetime.
It's very nice.
Yeah, she's beautiful. So her husband was in the room, and the first time when she was kind of coming to from the sedation, she came up and she smiled when she saw her husband, and he looked at her, and he got a tear in his eye. He jumped down and he hugged her, and he's like, this is my wife.
So people get choked up all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful to watch, and I think we'll be taking care of his mouth soon too.
Now we should mention, I guess, the way veneers or full mouth reconstruction is normally done, that you go to one doctor that maybe does the surgery. Like if you're missing 1 or 2 teeth, you need implants. You go to another doctor that puts a teeth on top, and then there's the lab work is sent out somewhere else. I guess you do it all right there. I mean, you have your own lab right there that makes teeth.
Yeah, like 20 years ago, that's the way we did it. And you send them out to the oral surgeon or the periodontist, and it comes back, and then you have to put the crown on. The patient doesn't know what the total fee is because they're going to different places. Sometimes, since they're not the ones doing the smile, they don't know exactly where the implant should go. So it got very complex. I quickly learned that doing it in one place, so you have one fee and it's just one procedure and it's all built to fit together from the start, is a much better way to do it. And that's how we design these smiles that last so long and look so great, and we can do it in a few short appointments. The oral surgeons and the periodontists in Seattle, they do a great job, and we'll work together with them to create a great smile.
Okay, good. Time for a couple more.
Okay, so this is Greg, and he had the problem of no amount of whitening again would take care of that stain in his teeth. Looks like sometimes there's some antibiotics that you could take as a kid that will stain the teeth, and that whitening won't help with that. So look at his before sign. Look how flat that is. Look at the color.
Like the teeth are flat, is what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. And then the uneven edges, the spaces in the middle. That's because of his bite and the way things were fitting. So we took care of this bite problem. Look on the after picture here. Look how the way that his smile blends with his lip. Look at the way it fades back. That's all by design. So it's meant to flow with him, and it's built to physiologically fit the right way too. So it's built to last and not give him problems.
So when we call it, or you're calling it full mouth reconstruction.
Yes.
It's more than just putting like veneers on teeth or maybe 1 or 2 implants. You have to, the way the teeth come together, because you keep mentioning it, is an important part of this whole thing.
I mean, it's critical. I think of like two gears in a watch that have been misaligned and they've been hitting the wrong way. They've been damaging all the teeth on the gears. We have to line it up the right way so that everything can fit and last, to mesh together perfectly, to give you that aesthetic look that's built to go the distance.
Now we should mention you trained at this Las Vegas Institute. I guess this is where dentists from all over the world go and learn.
Yeah,
like full mouth reconstruction, cosmetic dentistry. Things like that.
It's the premier institute in the world to come and learn how to do this full mouth reconstruction in a way that gives you this physiologic way that's actually very healthy. If you look at the way his muscles balanced out, that's the day after we placed there. Right.
So
then,
what happened? I mean, what am I looking at actually that's happened here?
When the teeth are uneven and hitting the wrong way, you grind around, and it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger's biceps are your cheek muscles. But when we finally balance them, they instantly start to return to their normal size.
It's just like he has like a swollen face in the before.
Yes.
And in the after, no.
Yeah, it makes your cheekbones stick out. It's hard for your jawline to look prominent when the muscles are bulging past it. So once we balance this, it kind of evens them out, and you kind of get this kind of more chiseled look where the bones are sticking out where they should, and the muscles return to normal. It's a very powerful facial change that we see along with the smile, and that continues over the next few years as the muscles start to even out.
Now, you think the smile's pretty important. I mean, you're a dentist. Of course you do. How important is the smile?
Of course I do, but it's the changes that we see in the people every day after we do this. They're getting better jobs. Interviews are going better for them. Their relationships improve. Their dating life improve. When you're embarrassed of your smile, you tend to just not smile very much. You learn to kind of hide it. You learn to, when you laugh, if you do laugh, you kind of hide it a little bit. It's when we do the smile for people, they start smiling bigger and brighter, and they finally start to learn how to laugh again. We see some amazing changes. Let me give you another example. Let's say you had 2 twin girls come in for a job interview. They both have the same exact smile. They have a gap in the front. And one of them is very embarrassed about the gap, and the other one's fine with it. They don't care. So the one that's embarrassed is not smiling, and the other one doesn't care. She's smiling, she's laughing. Which one are you going to hire? The one that's
a good point. Okay.
Yeah, the one that seems happy and well-adjusted. You know, she's just more fun to be around, and people like to be around people that are happy and positive and smiling. So if you've got a smile that you're not quite happy with, sometimes people don't even know that they don't like it. But once they start getting it the way that it's healthy and it looks good, they just start smiling bigger and better. And instead of something that they hide, it becomes something they want to show off. They walk into a room smiling at everybody.
Now, your practice, so we've had you on the program before. You say that you get a group of people that maybe haven't been to the dentist for 10 or 15 years. They have really bad teeth, bad gum disease. But you say, and I'm paraphrasing you slightly, that you're never too far gone to have a great smile. So this is like your training that's why I guess it's called full mouth reconstruction.
Yeah, it's called full mouth reconstruction. There's nobody that we can't help. Most of them, if they come in, we can save some of the teeth, if not all the teeth. Also, we give them a try and smile too. So a lot of people are worried. Wow, they know they have a lot of things going wrong, but they've seen some jobs that were not well done. It looks fake. You can tell a mile away what was done. We do what we call a trial smile. So we have a way to facially scan and digitally scan the teeth, and we 3D print right there and put it in over your current teeth, and we'll spend some time.
Like you give them like a snap-in set of teeth?
Yeah, it snaps in over your current teeth.
Just to show them what it's going to look like.
Not meant to wear home. It's just meant to show you what we can do. And so there's one thing to do like an image picture and show you, hey, look, photoshopped. But it's another to see it in there and see yourself and see if you like it. And if there's anything that we don't like about it, we can change it right there. We can take it out and adjust it and snap it back in until both of us love it. once we see what's possible, it makes the next step a lot easier. They're always surprised, even at this try-in visit, how different they look. Sometimes we'll snap it in, and their little camera will come out, and they'll be taking some selfies right then, just with the snap in. Yeah, and look how much he looks more successful. He looks younger with the facial changes, with the muscle balancing. I mean, he looks 10 to 15 years younger.
You tell me that some people, you give them a brand new set of teeth, which changes their look, that they get out of toxic relationships. They maybe even
get into healthy relationships.
Okay.
Yeah, they can.
So that's happened. They tell you this?
Yeah, I mean, some of the. I mean, we meet a lot of men who are single, and they know things aren't good, and they've been meaning to take care of it. They come in and they take care of the smile. Dating starts going a lot better. They get that second and third date. Guys come in, they bring their new girlfriend in. They're proud, and it's fun to watch.
So this isn't just cosmetic dentistry. I mean, today we're talking about full mouth reconstruction. I mean, there's, I guess, a group of people that have pretty good teeth and they want to pick it up a notch with veneers, but we're talking today about people with really bad teeth that may be missing 4 or 5 teeth, maybe need extractions, and you want to kind of reverse that and do this extreme smile makeover.
Yes, we call it extreme because it involves all the teeth, making everything fit together the right way. We get some facial changes. There's a whole body health thing that comes with it. We've had people that have had sleep apnea. They get off their CPAP because they don't have to, because the jaw is moving to a better spot that makes the face look better, but it's also opening the air better, so you breathe better at night. We've had people with headaches, migraines, neck pain. We've had that clear up as soon as you get the teeth hitting the right way. A lot of people didn't know that your bite can be a big cause of headaches and migraines.
Okay, good. Time for a few more photos.
Okay, so this is Valerie.
That's a pretty good smile.
Well, yeah, but she didn't like it. Like she's one of the NBA housewives, so she's got like
on the show, the NBA housewives.
So she's got very, very high standards, and this really lets my artistry shine where I like to use it. If you look closely, she's got her midlines just a little bit off, and it's canted.
Like the 2 front teeth.
Yeah.
A little crooked. Okay.
And really common, I see this too is in the back. It gets kind of narrow, and that's kind of a. It's not as attractive as it could be when the back teeth get very narrow. Making a wide smile, kind of like that Julia Roberts very wide smile, that's something that we work on doing. So what did we do for her? So we did porcelain veneers. So first we did the try and smile over her teeth, and it took care of that narrowness in the back and how in the front it wasn't quite straight. She loved the way it looked, so we proceeded to do the porcelain veneers. Look at that after picture.
Very nice.
Yeah, look at those front teeth, the line between the front teeth, and look how much wider it is in the back. It looks like they're like in the before picture, it looks like she has 6 front teeth. Now she's got a full, broad, wide smile. It's a much more attractive look. So Randy, you said early on, I'm a dentist. Of course, I think the smile is important. But you can agree. Look at this one. Look at the before picture. Like it's like she's still an attractive woman, but she looks kind of like a child a little bit.
Or like a kid, yeah.
Yeah, but now look on the right there. Like now that the smile's done, I mean.
Was this years later? This after? I'm being serious.
No, I mean that's about 2 weeks.
Because she looks like a woman now.
That's 2 weeks after. Yeah, she's a beautiful woman, and she's got this kind of refined elegance to her. If I mean,
she looked like a woman before. What I mean by that is she just looks like almost more sophisticated. And I'm not trying to side with you on this. I'm just because you said at the beginning in the green room, you say, Randy, it changes their whole look. So it does in a way here.
And once the smile looks that good, they start just they start taking better care of the rest of themselves too. I notice a lot of times a guy will have like here's another guy.
Let's take a look.
Check out. This is Bill. Bill there he had some old bridges that were failing, and he knew that he had to do something, but he didn't know that he could have it done in a couple visits. So on him, his top teeth, we couldn't save them. They were too far gone. So we did our option where we have the teeth out, we place the implants, and you get your smile placed on the same day. And we started with that. That's all he wanted to go forward with at that point. He liked the way it looks so much, and he's smiling so much bigger now. He couldn't help but notice his bottom teeth compared to that. So when we smile, we show our upper teeth, but when we talk, if you're over the age of 40, you show your lower teeth as the lip comes out. And so we did the top teeth. It looks great. I mean, he didn't really have a choice. Eventually, he's going to have to do the lowers too. And we're doing them all so they blend and fit and match together perfectly. So this next patient, like she's my favorite patient ever, most beautiful woman on the planet.
Okay.
And this is actually my wife.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. And so she was in the office and she's seen us do this on patient after patient. And
but she has a great smile already.
I mean, it was great. I loved
but like
that it
in
was
your
part
eye,
of her.
a cosmetic eye, you find fault a little bit in that?
I mean, I saw a thing here or there, but it bothered her.
Okay.
So I wanted to take care of it. Plus, she actually had these migraines that were coming on top of it too. And from everything I've done in my training at LVI, I knew the migraines were caused by her bite. So we took care of her teeth. We did the porcelain veneers. She's been migraine free for probably a year and a half now.
Wow.
Yeah, and it also gave her a great smile in the same shot. So she was beautiful before, and she's even more beautiful now. So you can see in the before picture, she kind of looked like a kid, and now she looks like this beautiful, sophisticated woman. And I mean, the change is drastic, and especially now that she likes it, she's smiling much bigger and she's much happier. So
we saw her in the studio, and those teeth look natural.
Yeah, I mean, they look like her.
I mean, so when you see the big veneer look, whose idea is that? Is that the patient saying, I want big, bright, white teeth? Or do you think that's the dentist that made them too big?
I mean, I think
I know you don't want to go negative with anybody, but...
I mean, I think it's the dentist. I don't think the patient usually wants them to look like that. They just, once they're put in, the dentist, I mean, sometimes you're at the mercy of your lab. I mean, we have our own lab, so we do it the way we want. We do this, we spend a lot of time at the try-in visit, and we kind of exaggerate it on both ends till we find that perfect blend that looks really, really natural and looks good. I mean, we want it to look fresh and bright and white, but we don't want it to look so white that it looks fake, and we want them to blend with your face, and that's where our facial digital technology comes in, because we use that the entire design process.
Now, our topic today was what you call full mouth reconstruction. People with really bad teeth, bad gums, missing teeth, cleaning that up with a combination of maybe single tooth dental implants, porcelain veneers, crown and bridge, or whatever.
Yes.
All right there. Now, many of these, and I think this has to be brought out because I mean, you informed me that sometimes you'd have to, with this full mouth reconstruction, you'd go to maybe the periodontist or the oral surgeon or the endodontist, I guess, that does a root canals. But you do it all right there.
What?
Is that right? And so you've just taken tons of courses to learn how to do all that stuff?
So yeah, we've kind of got a one-stop shop there where we can take care of it all. Like the oral surgeons and the periodontists in Seattle are great. We also, in our office, we know how to place implants, and we pre-plan the smile so we know exactly where your final smile will be and make sure the implant lines up with that.
So we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, more about the process. Somebody doesn't like their smile. Maybe they have bleeding gums, bad breath, loose teeth. Maybe they're worried about losing all their teeth. And what you can do for them. You're watching The Wellness Hour. I'm Randy Alvarez. We'll be right back.
I've had years of problems with teeth, having crowns that had failed, old dental work that was going bad, and getting to the point where it was hard to chew different foods and stuff. I was having trouble like eating steak, those kind of things. And there was no way I was going to have dentures. So I met with Shawn, talked with him about my options. Yeah, these are my teeth. They are there for good. They're going to last me forever, and I'll be buried with them. I eat steak. I can chew nuts. I can eat just any kind of food that I normally used to eat long before my teeth started to fail. So a lot of things that I missed eating for years and years, I can now go into any restaurant anywhere and just order what I want and eat it, and no problem.
My teeth were getting really bad, so I was looking for options, and I was always told it was dentures, and that was not an option for me. I ran across Dr. Keller and found some options that he gave me. We went ahead and did that, and I'm eating steak and corn on the cob, everything that I love to eat. I smile a lot more, and I'm happy. It makes me, I look in the mirror every morning and I'm so glad I had this done and wish I would have had it done years ago.
You're watching The Wellness Hour, news that makes you healthier. I'm Randy Alvarez. Today's topic, extreme smile makeovers. According to Dr. Keller, you're never too far gone to have the smile you've always wanted. So Dr. Keller, welcome back to the program. So who comes in more for like an extreme smile makeover? Like this full mouth reconstruction? Is it more women, more men?
I mean, I say we kind of get half and half. A lot of times it's women tend to take care of their problems a little sooner as soon as they start to see it. So we'll see women coming in for more cosmetic issues. Turns out there's some structural things underneath that were leading to the cosmetic issues. And we'll see guys come in. At first they just tell us they want to eat and chew, and maybe they want to look better, but they just don't tell us all the time. And it's it's really, really fun when they come in and once we take care of all these functional issues and make the great smile, they start looking better, and we'll see them break out the selfie camera. They'll start dressing a little bit nicer and
Is that right?
putting a little smell in their hair. Yeah, and starting to, once your teeth looks good and you feel good, it's kind of a full body transformation. We know people don't like coming to the dentist. We try to make it just the opposite.
Do they ever say that to you? Like, no offense, doctor, but I hate the dentist?
I mean, every day I hear that.
Really?
Yeah, and we take pride in trying to reverse that thought. And as we get through the process, people look forward to coming in. You're going to be sedated for any of the stuff we do that you normally wouldn't like. So that's a non-issue. And we have like refreshments, juice, coffee. We have nice music playing, comfortable chairs. My staff is amazing. They're friendly. We like to really get to know people, so we try to reverse that trend. And we're not going to be referring, most people come to us have a ton of problems going on. We're not going to be referring you out to these different places with unforeseen costs and all these different visits. Since we have so many people come from out of the town and out of the country, we're geared up and we're built for doing this in just a few visits, no matter whether it's implants, jaw repositioning, crowns or veneers. We try to take care of it in 1 or 2 visits. And basically that makes this a lot easier for people, so you only have to see us a few times, really.
Okay, now you're big on technology, and you even brought some clips of some of your technology here. So let's run through kind of some of the things we're looking at. Like, go ahead.
Well, one of them we have is the Face Hunter. So it's basically, it takes a few photos of your face, and we have a digital version of your face, and we do it, we follow the motions of your smile, so we make sure that everything looks natural. Sometimes from just a straight photo on the front, you don't have a good smile. It'll look weird from the side or underneath, so we need to have everything in 3D. We're also really proud about using digital technology. If you remember those impressions, nobody likes to bite into those big goopy trays and have to hold that for 7 minutes, and then you pull it out. You can't breathe very well.
So what do you do?
It's messy. When we have a digital scanner now, it looks like, it's almost like a pen. You just, it's
like a camera that goes in the mouth?
Yeah, a little digital camera. And then we have a 3D image of your teeth that's much more accurate than the impression ever was. We use that for the try-and smiles. We have a 3D printer, so what used to be, we'll send it out to the lab and we'll see you in 2 weeks to be able to do this try and smile. We make it right there and we snap it in place and we can be trying it in on the first day. We've done everything so that we can condense this into just a couple of visits within a few days so that people can get on with their lives and enjoy their smile.
Now, when I first met you and you were first on the show,
yes,
you didn't have all this stuff.
Yeah,
you didn't have this $200,000 printer that makes teeth.
Yeah, we didn't have the printer, and we have this milling machine that sits there and it kind of drills it out of pre-made pucks and all this things. Like we were toying around with some of it and kind of in the learning phases, but we've perfected it now. So now we're much more efficient. We're able to, the time savings and the cost savings on having our own lab allows us to pass that on to the patient to make this kind of doable for everybody.
Is that why you're able to do it faster than most guys?
Yeah.
Is because of this?
Having our own lab and the digital technology and not having to spend all this money on labs and the impression material, it's much more efficient, it's much faster, it's more accurate, and it's more beautiful. And it's stronger, it's built to last. These materials from the milling machine, it's stronger than anything I've ever worked with. And it's more beautiful being able to use my own artistry.
All right, now we're out of time. I want to thank you for coming on the show. Final message to somebody that doesn't like their smile, but they have maybe, like you said, gum disease, bleeding gums, bad breath. They haven't been to the dentist in 10, 15 years, but they would like a good-looking smile. Well, but they're afraid for whatever reason.
I mean, even if you're skeptical, I mean, you owe it to yourself to stop by. We offer complimentary consultations. Come in and meet my team, meet me. We'll show you what we do. We'll take some pictures and kind of talk about what's possible, and at least you'll know what's available. You owe it to yourself to come by and find out.
All right, Dr. Keller, always a pleasure. Thanks for coming on the program.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thank you.
Sure. You've been watching the Wellness Hour, news that makes you healthier. I'm Randy Alvarez. For now, I wish you good health.
Thanks for watching the Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news with your host, Randy Alvarez, the authority on health issues.